I've been muted this whole time? Oh Lord! I am muted. Well, quick little. It's a new way of doing streams, says Lutata.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, at least you saw that I was backstage trying to finish up my sandwich, And then anyway, the whole point that I oh man. First of all, I said today we're going to talk about the Manchester United behind the scenes 11. I also mentioned that today Copa America. I'm not. Oh man, that was such a beautiful intro too. I can't believe it's wasted like that. I can never recreate it. It was legendary. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Anyway. Um Oh, what a way. Oh boy. Well, I was saying we're going to talk about the Manchester United behind the scenes 11, the team behind the team. This is the thing that I'm mostly excited about today, and I'm excited to talk about Manchester United because there's been so much Copa America, so much Euro 2024 that we hadn't had at least enough time, at least on this channel, to really break down and look at what's going on with our club. So I'm excited that the structure is finally structuring. I'm excited to say that our club is sort of like, I started off the stream with Avengers Assemble, Avengers Assemble. I can't redo it. I can't redo it because if you were there, it was great. I promise you. My dog can testify. But anyway, yeah, the other main thing that I do wanna forget before we get into the show is the fact that the community post for the Copa America quarterfinals is up already. So kindly don't forget to put in your prediction. Argentina versus Ecuador tonight. I was also saying, how many penalties do you think Argentina will be given tonight? And then tomorrow there is Venezuela, Canada, as well as the other quarterfinal fixture on Saturday, Colombia, Panama, and then Uruguay versus Brazil. That's really the biggest one, honestly. But yeah. Anyway, Manchester United 11. Before we get into it, let me say big shout out to everybody in the chat. I see I was getting cooked. I will not even look at some of those because it's too distracting. But Lucky is in the house. Shout out to Lucky in the building. Lucky, Ronald in the house. Kenny Fan TV, Munge in the building. All right. Let's look at quickly what the comments are saying. Mason Greenwood already told Manchester United he wants the move sorted. United open agreement talk either with Lazio or Valencia around 30 mil. Word. Lucky. We would be lucky to get Mason Greenwood off the books quickly before the preseason starts. But I want for this to happen quickly so we can move on. If the decision is to move on, build a United without Greenwood, it has to be executed quickly so that we can sort of move on from this. It's a very painful situation to lose a footballer of his quality, but if it's because of non-footballing issues, obviously, and we unfortunately have to understand that whether you like it or not. Lucky went on to say Victor Lindelof now already wants to go. Fenerbahce deal complete. Ooh, if Victor Lindelof goes to Fenerbahce and joins Jose Mourinho, I think it's a win-win for both of us, for Manchester United and for Victor Lindelof. He's got this synergy with Mourinho, and I think he was Mourinho's first signing, if I'm not mistaken, when he came to Man United. So yeah, this will make sense. I'm a little bit disappointed by the price because Lindelof, yeah, this season he wasn't so much of a mainstay, but last season when we were in a center back crisis, I remember the last like almost third of the season he was filling in and doing a solid job, So I'd expect something a little higher than 11. Maybe like if we're lowballing 20 with like 7 mil add-ons or something like that, That's where I'd price Victor Lindelof personally. But Fenerbahce, if they want him, from my opinion, they can come get him. New bids now. Hey, Lucky bringing in the exclusives real quickly. Mateos Delict, Joshua Zexi, so transfer is getting moving. We're gonna do a more in-depth look at our transfer targets on another stream, but this stream I want to make sure we focus on the guys who are making the transfer targets, right? Ten Hag Red Army locked and loaded, says Kenny Fan TV. Big up to you, man. As I said, Breaking news: Papi has been suspended from YouTube because he's being late for streaming. Oh, Kenny Fan TV. Sorry, Papi's a foot truck. That is very accurate, Yali. That is very, very accurate. Shout out to you, Kenny Fan TV, for putting in your prediction. My Uruguay prediction scoreline. Oh, I hope you put it in the community post, because I did the community post right before coming online, and that was the other thing that I was working on. That's partially why I was late. Big up to Lou, man. Say we want Puppy Alone to host the stream today. No side actors. Let's enjoy the. Big up to you, Lou, man. That was actually the plan. Maybe like we can have a little bit of a conversation at the end, but I actually wanted us to get into the Manchester United 11. In behind the scenes 11. That's exactly what I want to say. Uh Lutat already has a question, problem with Lumen's channel, with Lumen's comment. But Lumen, uh, you know, let's do this. I'll share the link at the end when I'm done with my material that I want to get through today. It says Ronald is my joint to piss you off. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get it going. Big out to men like Mark, says Fraud Watch Puppy Bots Glazer in the house. Yo, man. Shout out to you, Mark. We putting you on Fraud Watch. Me? For what? Why am I on Fraud Watch? Man.
No, 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 no.
When I was muted, bro, I was just talking too much yappa yappa. Lots of truth bombs I was dropping. Big up to being like King Says in the house. Nice to see you, King Says. Yo, long time, bro. Long time, long time. Botswana Kaku, the comedian. Nah, 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 nah. All right, all right. Let's get to the material for the day. This is gonna be too distracting. All right. Delict rejected Liverpool. They tried hijacking United bozos, and Delict's agent was like, "No, he only wants United. So Liverpool, PSG, get out of here, man." Oh, that made me so happy. That made me so happy. I believe I gotta say this real quick. King Says my perspective on the Delict one. I'm watching it with a side eye because when you think about it, King Says, and some other reckless delegates might know this too, that who was it who said this? Was it Charles? That last season, Varane played more matches than Mateus Delict.
Oh my God!
I was like, hold on, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. What is this? I haven't fact checked these stats, but to think that that's the thing, that's the truth, man, I don't know. I want a player who's actually going to be what's the word, available to play, and I'm happy that Delict is willing to take a wage cut to be at Man United. I'm happy that he's willing to reject the likes of PSG and Liverpool to be at Man United. That is actually encouraging news, right? That means he has Man United in his heart. And also Delict, first season at Ajax, he won the league. First season at Juventus, he won the league. First season at Bayern Munich, he won the league. First season at Manchester United.
Oh my God!
We'll end it there. We'll end it right there. Oh yeah, Kenny, that was end to end. That was end to end saying Delict has actually played or started less matches than Rafael Varane. It made me feel like geez, I hope with our medical department. I hope we can fix him, But yeah, let's get to it. The Manchester United behind the scenes 11. That's what I want to talk about today. That's what I want to first of all catch up on. And if you haven't been following about the moves that our club has been making behind the scenes, I got some news for you. The structure is structuring. The structure is actually looking good, and we're gonna use the board today as our talking aid to make sure that we kind of we cover this conversation with a little bit more depth. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We know that the Manchester United gatekeeper, the Manchester United, like, head chef right now is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right? He's the man, the Ineos head honcho. Ratcliffe, right there. We put him right there in that position because he's a sweeper defender, right? As I said, the gatekeeper or the goalkeeper, really, I don't like them, but it's the Glazers. So we have to acknowledge that in this behind the scenes 11. They are behind the scenes. On left center back, ladies and gentlemen, we have Sir Dave Brailsford. Right there. You see, he's going to be the guy that's, working in tandem with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And he is the director of operations for Ineos. And he will be one of the guys overseeing, just like the right center back called John Claude Blanc. Right there. This is our defensive lineup. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're going to be looking at the back structurally. And then when we look at this lineup with a little bit more depth, we actually get to realize that hold on a second, we have a CDM. His name is the loophole merchant. Omar Barada is gonna be the CDM. He is the guy, the CEO of the club, the operations of the club, and he's going to be sort of the guy overseeing the guy on left central midfield. His name is Dan Ashworth. Man has got the best garden in the UK, and boom, Mr. Ashworth. On right central midfield, we have Jason Wilcox. Now, Wilcox, Barada, Ashworth, I put them in the midfield. Because Wilcox will be sort of like the technical director of the club, and then Ashworth will be the director of the sporting director of the club, and they'll be sort of working with Barada. So this is how we advance the ball from Ratcliffe. He passes it on to Brailsford. Brailsford passes to Blanc. Blanc to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe to Barada. And then it's in the midfield. Barada to Wilcox. Wilcox back to Barada. Barada to Ashworth. Ashworth runs along the touchline. And then he cuts. When you think he's going to cross, he doesn't. He cuts back in and passes it to a new guy in the block, Christopher Vivell. He is our number 10. This guy is Mr. Red Bull. He loves to run a lot on the pitch. He runs back and forth. He's got all the wings. Christopher Vivell. This guy, the only thing I gotta say, by the way, about Christopher Vivell is that, he's Mr. Red Bull because, he was the our Red Bull like enterprise, Salzburg, Leipzig, and the one in New York. Like they're pretty much like an organization that is so coherent in structure, in play, in vision that you could say that a copy paste of each other, manifesting in different leagues. And that's the cool thing about Vivell. Like he was able to be a part of that. And he knows how to set up a team in a way like look at how Ratcliffe wants to do the multi-club ownership thing. He's the perfect guy to be the liaison to do the, if Ratcliffe wants to do a long ball to Vivell, Vivell will actually get it. He understands the excitement, the assignment. Pardon me. The only red flag I have about Christopher Vivale is that he didn't work out at Chelsea Football Club.
Oh my God!
Now, when you think about this, it's almost the equivalent of asking a poor man how to be rich. I'm not saying you won't be able to get the necessary lessons and advice from a poor man, but you might be, because you'll be like, these are the things that I did wrong. And this is what you need to avoid in order to be rich. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it, at least from this point right now, at this very moment. That's how I'm looking at Christopher Vivale's appointment. Because at one side of the argument, you can be like, this is a really bombastic side eye situation. Why are we getting somebody who went and stunk up the kitchen at Chelsea, or they did not feel like he was worth keeping at Chelsea because he was put on gardening leave as well? These guys are the big gardeners. Our left central midfield and our cam central attacking midfield. But anyway, let's move on with our lineup and look at when Vivale gets the number. When he gets the ball, he'll be looking for this guy on the left. On the left, it's Van Nistelrooy. Now, Ruud van Nistelrooy, people always think like, oh, he's coming off the left. He's gonna shoot for goal. No. That's not Ruud's position now. That's the Ruud of old. Ruud is gonna confuse the defender and then lay it off for our main striker. When our main striker is not in the position of where he's supposed to be, Rene Hack will be there, coming off the right, also drifting in. If you get what I'm saying. If you catch my drift, you know what I'm saying? And then the man in the middle is eriktenhag, the super striker, who has signed a deal and he is going to be here, I think, for one more year at least. I don't know if it's a 3-year deal. I don't know if he's still got the veto power. We don't know those details yet of his contract. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is our behind the scenes starting 11. Now, where does that put Van de Gaag on the bench? Where does that put Fletcher on the bench? McLaren on the bench. Oh, there's a lot of key players that have been with Man United that I'm wondering, what is their future now? What is going to happen to these guys? Fletcher, McLaren, Van de Gaag. Um, uh, you know who they need to get rid of? The new guy from Arsenal, Gary O'Driscoll. That's the guy I'm not happy about. But guys, I am actually kind of excited about this. Of course, I'll substitute the goalkeeper any given chance I could. I do not want the Joel Glazer as goalkeeper, but the rest of the lineup is actually kind of exciting when you look at it. You know, to think that the likes of um, uh, Ed Woodward and, and John Murto, they were playing. John Murto was like, I'm the attacker. This was here. This was Jay Murto. And this was Ed Woodward. You know, ED. Let me write ED here. These two roles were like, to think that these guys were doing the jobs of so many people is a little wild and crazy for me. But I'm excited by the fact that these are footballing brains that have, I think a big decision that the club makes would have gone through, like in that ball path that I was just describing, Ashworth bouncing it off with Berrada to Vivale, to Van Nistelrooy, to Hartgate, before we can actually get the goal in, before we can get the Delict goal, the Xerxes goal, the Ugarte goal, like I think the thing that is encouraging the most is the fact that these guys are footballing brains, at least for the most part, or sporting brains that will actually take the time to make sure that every decision that is made is for the betterment of the club and with the club's interest at heart. And this team will put together the team that will be on the pitch, that will not only just be a team for the manager, because honestly, we have to be thinking about what is the future for the club beyond just like one person, beyond eriktenhag, beyond the manager after eriktenhag. And we need to be recruiting with players, recruiting the right players that have the right attributes that complement each other and complement a specific vision and playing style. And that's the thing that's exciting to me, that the structure seems like it's structuring. Are you excited about this? Are you not? Let's catch up on the comments real quick, because I had to go through this lineup without getting distracted, because I know some people will have some feelings and reservations about this. So I gotta know exactly if you are excited or like, meh, I'm waiting to see what they can actually cook. Do you feel like there's too many cooks in the kitchen? Because you could look at it and be like, guys, we're just trying to make pasta here. Somebody to get the players on the pitch, let the manager coach, let the manager coach, and then from there we win. But it's not as simple as that. I think like football has evolved from like the days of Sir Alex Ferguson, when he was doing maybe like 9 out of 10 of these guys. Like it was Sir Alex Ferguson's time, days when he was just doing the roles of 9 of these people, these personnel, and then maybe one other person to help him. And then, like, but football has evolved from those days. It's a little bit more technical, more data based, more detailed, to the extent that, like, I feel like you need to get the right specialists, and that's what every big club is doing. The cooks at Arsenal are actually also cooking. The cooks at Man City have been cooking, and it's time for our guys to actually cook. The question is, will it mean that decisions will take forever to be made? I don't know. You don't know. Time will tell. But will it be ultimately the right decision? That's the main thing that we gotta actually look out for. Yale with the fact checking. I hope he was fact checking end to end statements. Delict 24 with 368 matches. Luke Shaw 28. Ooh, wow.
Jesus! Jesus is Lord!
You mean that Delict has a lot of experience? Yale, that's incredible. That is incredible. That is actually encouraging to know that, like, he was also captain of the Ajax team as well. Like, I am looking at this with a side eye. As I said, the Delict signing for me is one that I hope to grow to love. And he had to prove me wrong, because Delict, I don't know about you, but King Says would understand this. Delict gives me the vibes of this guy who you can like say, yo, man, 4 plus 4 is 9. And then he'll be like, no, 4 plus 4 is not 9 at a party, right? No, what do you mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you like steal his wallet while it's still counting, like you can dribble him in a mind, like he gives me that, like he doesn't have the streetwise kind of knowledge, IQ, like he looks like the guy that went to a private school, if you get what I'm saying. No knock on guys that have been to private schools, but also, you know, if you have never been to a private school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm yet to be proven wrong on him. I want to see exactly if he can actually survive in the Premier League with his injury proneness. What is he gonna do if he gets shoved by Dominic Calvert-Lewin? He gets shoved by Ivan Toney. Is he gonna be the center back that's like referee, referee, referee? And then, or is he gonna get injured, or is he gonna be robust and stand his ground and actually fight? Because the Premier League is a different ball game. It's not Serie A, it's not Bundesliga, it is not Eredivisie. It is a different physical game that requires you to be on your toes. So I hope that my skepticism and undermining of Delict gets to be proven wrong. And I'm saying this based on the fact that he's a player that I know has a lot of experience, and I know he can come good, but I got my reservations and I have to state them. Shout out to Never Miss Rob in the house as well, by the way. When the board comes out, yeah, he's getting the board out. Yes, 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 yes. I want you later on in the stream. Please, 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 Never Miss Rob. Um, shout out to you, Stephanie, in the building as well, by the way. Happy 4th of July to the people that are celebrating. Shout out to you, Matata. I appreciate you, man. Vivale as a 10, right? Right? Yo, I hope you appreciated my lineup. The structure is structuring, says Kenny Then TV. Rude on the left wing. This is not the player, Rude. This is Rude, the coach, King. This is Rude, the coach, not the player. And he's passing lane tap-ins for Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? To be fair, Vivell wanted Nagelsmann and he dipped because Chelsea are clowns. King says, actually, I was trying to read an article right before the stream as well while I was eating my sandwich about Vivell. And I believe this has to be a stream on its own, just entitled, Why Did Christopher Vivell Fail at Chelsea? Because there seems to be a little bit of a power. What I can share with you on the parts that I garnered from the article was that they seemed to be a power struggle in Chelsea's boardroom about what Vivell's role is going to be. Actually, matter of fact, the paragraph that I was currently on was um, Vivell, formerly of Red Bull Leipzig, where he was responsible for recruitment and scouting, was hired late 2022 as Chelsea's technical director, and his remit involved oversight of football globally with Joe Shields, Kyle Macaulay, and Jim Fraser. Nearly sounded like anyway. Leading on talent management, recruitment, and Matthew Hallam leading on data and analysis. Following his appointment, Vivell stated he believed Chelsea was the most exciting project in world football.
Oh my God!
Red flag settings, bombastic side eye settings. The German was one of Todd Bowley and Clear Lake's Capital's first appointments after the former had been interim sporting director last summer. Todd Bowley, when he took over and had the power trip at Chelsea. So these are the words of Vivell. He says, Chelsea are building the most exciting project in global football, and I'm extremely proud to be joining the club. There's so much potential for the club to continue to succeed, develop, and grow. He's not wrong in those words. But the thing about it, he was coming in under the leadership of, I think Graham Potter was still the manager over there, right? And he saw the philosophy that they were trying to build on at Chelsea. But then there was a little bit of some serious power struggles that were happening behind the scenes. And this is why it didn't work out and he ended up being put on gardening leave. And I want to talk about this a little bit more extensively with somebody who supports Chelsea so that we actually get even a deeper perspective and understanding of why Vivell did not work. Maybe Jigga, maybe Poch FC, or somebody can actually tell us why it was like this. Matata says, also show some sympathy for the 250 laid off. Matata, we need to lay off some folks. We need a new medical team for 100% to be part of this lineup, right? To be on the bench. We need a medical team that's why I was calling for Gary O'Driscoll to also be let go, even though he's fairly new, because I just didn't I haven't seen the value that he's bringing to our club. So, I appreciate you, by the way. If you're just joining in, I appreciate you for hitting the like button. Kenny Fan TV says KG is the manager. Nah. We want this team to succeed, bro. King says botswanapapi is the assistant and Joe Black. Nah. We are not going to succeed with Joe Blackman in there. Guys, I appreciate you for being here, for hitting the like button. Let's go ahead and also look at what Imran Khan said. Imran Khan says, did Delict play for Ajax when Ten Hag was there? He was the captain. Happy 4th of July to you, Jigga. It's funny, I just mentioned your name a few minutes ago and you show up like Candyman. We need to talk about Vivell, Jigga. I want to know why it did not work out. Why in detail. So I'll request that you even do some more of deeper research so that when we have the stream and you share with the community, we're actually spewing facts and not speculation. King says, don't worry about Chelsea. Damn, man gonna have fun finishing 14th next season. You sure? King says, Chelsea's building. And I like I like the fact that for me, hopefully Vivell comes in with that perspective of like, I'm gonna tell you guys where Chelsea went wrong, and this is what you need to do to get your things right. That's the perspective that I'm looking at this from. Yeah. And also quickly, by the way, I want to make sure that we talk briefly on the transfers that we are actually about to make. Other than Delict, there's the Joshua Xerxes guy. Now, I don't know if you are excited about this player as well, but I am actually kind of looking at it with a lot more optimism than usual because the clips, I'm only saying this based on the clips that I've seen of Xerxes. And he looks like somebody that will actually bring in a different dynamic to our club, to our forward line, and he will also not only just have a different dynamic, but he'll also, I feel like he can come in and actually be with that player that is fine not starting every time, so this does not impede on Rasmus Højlund's development, because at the same time you want somebody there that's going to help Rasmus Højlund, and I think we have Ruud van Nistelrooy for that. He's the perfect guy to be telling him, this is the instructions, this is what you have to do, and then uh and then from there he just has to take in those instructions, and Joshua Zexi can come in as a backup and be one of those people that'll, if for example, check this out, we know that the season is coming, well, less than 14 days, 44 days away from the season starting, and I think we start obviously with the Community Shield versus Man City on August 10th, but we play Fulham, Brighton, but the time we play Liverpool, end of August 31, I want us to have secured the guy who's going to be helping Rasmus Højlund up front. We have to have secured our defensive line. We have to have secured our midfield. Like, we need a boost in the midfield. And I hope that these guys have figured out a way to work together. The question that I asked earlier on, is there too many cooks in the kitchen with this? Because what does this mean? Does Ten Hag text the lineup to these guys in the midfield before we start and say, guys, what do you think? Or does he text it to only the guys in the Huck and Van Nistelrooy and says, what do you guys think? This is my lineup versus Liverpool on August 31st. And then they say, nah, Van Nistelrooy say, based on training, I think we should go with Xerxes. I think we should go with Van Ganacho, or we should go with Rashford in this position, and this is why, and I feel like those decisions, if they're vetted by actual people that have a footballing brain, ultimately will be better off as a team. I don't know. But also that means Ten Hag was going to lose a lot of sleep. And I hope he's been getting as much sleep as he can in Ibiza. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this structure actually synergizes and makes sure that efficiency is not compromised for the sake of getting a decision right. Because we know that's the other thing about a big club. You have to be making your decisions at the right time. Big up to you, by the way, Lucky, saying Joshua United now needs to pay. Joshua United now needs bid paid in installments. He will now join Manchester United. Is this breaking news from Lucky Fabrizio Singh? That like Joshua is done? Is that what you're saying, Lucky? I want to make sure that I understand what you're saying, man. Shout out to Ronald saying, I don't know how I feel about starts now. You can type, bro. Let me know how you feel about it. Oh, man. What is Ten Hag's Rashford plan? Imran Khan. Based on how we did last season, it didn't really matter on how, like, Marcus Rashford was playing. Ten Hag even said in a press conference, like, I'll play him until he picks up form. I think we know exactly what he's gonna do. And we just have to pray and hope that Marcus Rashford has been taking this time to reset and recalibrate and get his mind right and get his finishing right. Because at the end of the day, we know there is a player in there. We know there's somebody that can actually score 20 plus goals if he's really having a good season. And we ultimately need to get rid of him. But man, we'll be playing Europa League next season. And like a player like Darwin Nunes look good in Europa League. So why don't we just make Marcus Rashford look good in Europa League for like one season and then really sell him when his stock is high? Because right now his stock is at probably one of his lowest points. You know, that's my thought on this. Sell or keep, says Imran Khan. For right now, for this transfer window, I think we should keep and sell next transfer window, or even in the January transfer window when his stock has risen up a little bit. We can get it because Marcus is going to be pure ka-ching. You know what I'm saying? We need that pure profit. And we would actually make a lot more money if we take our time with Marcus Rashford. Oh, Ronald says the source is Laurie Whitwell. Let's actually check it out right now. Let's go to Laurie Whitwell and see what Laurie is saying about Xerxes. Right now, Laurie Whitwell. Really? Mark says sell that loser. He's talking about Rashford. No, man, come on, man. Make the loser a winner and then sell him when he's the winner, you know? Come on. Did you know how stocks work? You gotta like make sure, like, if you've decided on a product and be like, let me get a little bit more value from this. What's the point of selling pure profit when it's at its lowest value, when you can just wait for it to appreciate in value for just a little bit, a few more months, sell him in January, you know? All right, Laurie Whitwell with the exclusive 13 minutes ago. MUFC, Manchester United, set to hire another one.
Oh my God!
Another person in the behind the scenes 11. This time it's in the form of a new goalkeeping coach called Gel Ten Rula. Sounds Dutch to me. Let me see. Let's find out who Gel Ten Ruela is. My Lord, another Dutch. If you are Dutch, this is a good time to apply for a job at Manchester United. I gotta promise you, chances of of getting a job are so much higher. If you don't know, if you did not know, like me, who Gel Ten Ruela is, citizenship Dutch, Ajax goalkeeping coach. He was appointed when early this year, 2024, right? He was a goalkeeping coach at Burnley, at Anderlecht as well. He's been a goalkeeping coach for a while. All right, since 2016. So he must know something about goalkeeping, and he's Dutch. So let's give him the job then. All right, but as a player, it looks like he also had a very good career. You know, he once played for PSV Eindhoven. He played for FC Twente. He been around that Dutch block for a minute, and you know what? He was a goalkeeper all his life, and then he decided to be a goalkeeping coach. I think I think it's not a bad appointment, you know. Let's see if time will tell. Let's see what he's gonna bring in. Like he says, I think pretty close United. Joshua Zexi. Okay, let's get into the other Laurie Whitwell exclusive, which was say Christopher Vivale has started uh, today working as a Manchester United Director of Global Talent and will help with the summer window. It is an initial short-term role, and Vivale will report to Dan Ashworth. Compliments of the Athletic. All right. Global Talent and will help with the summer transfer window. I like that giving him a short-term role and saying, show us what you got before we give you like a very, very long-term, you know, deal. So this is good. This is good. I think this is good news. Yeah, Ronald, that's the one that I just read. Thank you for putting it in the chat as well. That's literally what I was just reading. I didn't see that you had already put it in. We need some color in the coaching staff, says R10. Saying some thoughts that I'm thinking. I think more than just color, we need some more diversity. I understand, like, at this point, sometimes, things can be lost in translation. So if people are speaking Dutch, it's quicker, but the players don't speak Dutch. What's the point of getting everybody that's behind the scenes speaking Dutch, and then and then the rest of the players don't speak Dutch except for Delict? Who else would be there speaking Dutch? Maybe Martinez did learn some Dutch when he was in Ajax. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yo, yo, yo. Compo says, yes, Milan Lukaku is the one you want. No, 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 no. I hope you're not talking about you as in Man United. What is Compo's talking about? Okay. Hopefully he can teach Onana to save the near post. Fingers crossed that Jail 10 Ruler can actually bring in some coaching expertise, because we are in dire need of that. Yeah. Anyway, let me go ahead and say big up to Kenny Fan TV as well, saying, are you trying to say that AC Milan is linked with Lukaku, Lucky? What exactly are you trying to say? Guys, we have been here for 45 minutes. I'm going to put the link in the chat to hear any thoughts on what we've been talking about. And also, just this behind the scenes 11. What are your thoughts on this? Are you excited about it? Are you like meh? Are you, where are you in the spectrum of things? Because at the same time, we're a little bit behind schedule. I would have liked us to had a few more players by now, but we've been getting the players that are going to get the players and help the players. If you get what I'm saying, it's like the goalkeeping coach, you know, should have been signed a long time ago. If we knew that we wanted a ruler in there, then we should have gone for him earlier. But also maybe I understand that maybe they wanted everybody that is there in the key decision making process to be sign off on these decisions, so that when we look back, in December, if things are not going well, we can actually say, hey, this was your decision. We agreed on it as a group. Blah blah blah. There's something about it where you need that Dan Ashworth to make sure that he's there signing off on some of these key decisions. And then we can actually look back at it with a little bit more accountability. That is that is like that goes for the whole team, especially these guys in midfield and the guys up front, because I feel like the guys in midfield will be the ones really really making the key decisions, and then passing it on to Van Nistelrooy, eriktenhag, and Renee, who actually utilize some of these decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to kindly remind you to hit the like button if you have not done so yet. Compo says, I'm concerned about being ready for the start of the league. We can't have another bad start. We can also, Compose, that's the only reason why I'm like, yeah, now that we've assembled the people, let's actually get the players that are going to play, that are going to be in the preseason playing, Big up to Nay in the building. Shout out to you, Nay, that you're having a lovely Thursday. Guys, don't forget, I put the community post up already. If you want to play the predicted game, this is your opportunity to do so before kickoff, before we actually start the quarterfinals for the Copa America this evening. So let me quickly welcome the voices of men like Ronald in the building. What you saying, guys?
Big up Mark and big up bots. All I'm saying is, bots, you've lost it. You've completely lost the plot. Did you literally just say you have reservations about Delit and you called him an injury prone player? Because I want to go ahead and jog that logic of yours.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. I'm ready to jog it because I have my receipts on Delict, bro.
Fantastic. I'm here
Yeah,
for the war. I'm bringing the war to you.
let's
Okay.
let's bring it on.
So when you say injury prone player, what exactly have you seen that he's injury prone? The last season?
I've seen an inner knee ligament injury. I've
That's last
seen
season.
an inner knee ligament tear separate.
That's also
See that
last season,
near the knee is a problem area.
which is
I
all
have,
last season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is going to be a new season now,
And
right?
that's my point. If you're going by that
Yeah.
logic and you're saying, and that's an injury prone player, and you should be kind of clear away from that, that means we should go ahead and sell Lisandro Martinez because he was injured the whole season last season, no?
He was injured last season, but he's already a player that we have. We're talking about, are we going to buy? We need robust players. You heard Erik
And
ten
he
Hag's,
is a robust
I know.
player. The only
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
only
wait, wait, wait,
time,
wait.
hold
He's
on.
been robust at very, very like a Bundesliga.
Uh-huh.
Bundesliga
Oh,
robust
really?
is different from Premier League robust, Ronald.
I completely understand. I'm not losing the plot. I'm trying to
Yeah,
tell you that man has just not played in Bundesliga. That man has played in Eredivisie. He's
yeah,
played in Serie A. He's
yeah,
also played in Bundesliga. At the same
yeah.
time, he's just not played in those three leagues. He's also played Champions League. He didn't look bad in Champions League either. Along with that, the last time he had a long injury like he had last season, in which he still played 30 games, okay, FYI, he still played 30 games, just to let you know, last season as well when he had long injuries. But it was 2020.
What was
So
his
since
longest injury then?
2020,
Yeah,
the
the
last
shoulder
season,
injury when he missed 101 days,
that's
101.
2020. That's 2020. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah,
telling
yeah,
me
yeah. I want to
2020,
make sure I understand your
2020
point. So
data,
yeah,
my point is from 2020 to 2024, the man was not injured. Only in 2024 he was injured again. But now we're
can you
classifying
repeat
him
that
as an
statement
injury
again,
prone
Ronald? You
player.
said from
He
2020.
has played more games than Rafa Varane.
Can you repeat the statement that you just said? You said from
I said
2020. Hmm.
in 2020 he had injuries, but
Yeah,
then he did have injuries for 3 years. Not big injuries for him to be out for 10 games,
sure.
5 games.
Negligible injuries that happen to any player that's
Or
playing the sport of
it can
football.
happen to anyone, right?
Sure, sure.
And then he had another one, which is this season, the last one we had, right? Where you are right about all the ligament tears around his knee, right? However, if you're looking at it in a very structural way, do you think Arsenal is a well-run club?
I like that they're going for Califiori. It looks like that.
Have
That
you looked at the Califiori record of injuries? You would be surprised, my brother. Califiori, at the age he is, has combined injuries of Rafa Varane and De Ligt.
Mhm.
Have you looked at his injury record?
I have not gone to his injury record
Absolutely my
because
point.
we have
Please
not been linked with him.
have
I'm
a look
I'm going
at
on
the
the injury
injury.
records of the players that we've been linked with.
I understand, but then when we're saying that's a good player to go for, right, you have to also factor in if you're having an opinion, yes, that is a good player Arsenal's going for. Have you looked at the injury record of that person? Because that person's injury record is diabolical. And at the age he is, it's absolutely diabolical. We all know that a defender actually grows up into becoming a proper defender between the age of 26 to 28. You might even put in 29. That's where the growth of a proper defender is. He's still 24. He is still 24. He
Yes.
has age and time ahead of him. I absolutely feel Delit for the price he is coming in. Because now, what situation, bots,
What
would
is
you
the
like to
price?
be in? It's 35 million to 40 million, right?
Okay.
That's the price
Mhm.
quoted. Now, what situation would you like to be in? Would you like to be in one situation where you've spent 70 or 60 million on Braithwaite? Or would you like to be in a situation where you've spent 40 million on someone like Delit and another 25 million on someone like Todibo if things work out?
Okay.
Because now in the price of one, you're getting two players. So even if Delit is injured, right, has
Mhm.
a little bit of going on, you still can play Todibo. You can still work with that player while you have the other player recovering to its fullest capacity. Because in my opinion, Martinez and Delit would absolutely work to the T because two players who completely understand Erik Ten Hag's system is what we require and we need.
Yes, yes, yes. When I look at it on paper, the pairing of Delict and Martinez, if they're both fit and available, it excites me a little bit. But my reservations are based on the fact that this knee situation, fam. If Delict has a knee injury before December, Ronald, we're gonna revisit these receipts,
No,
and I'm
absolutely.
going.
I have no
I'm,
problem.
yes, and I'm going to come at you and tell you. You see what I was talking about?
By all means, bots. But then you also have to bring me a name right now that is in the market for 35 mil that you can get on the same level of Delit. If you give me a name, I would accept it.
This is where we cue in the experts right here.
I know the experts and all the cooking they're doing. I know the experts, but we are fans as
They
well.
need to
So
come
we
up
have
with
our
a list.
own due diligence. If we can question a
Uh-huh.
decision, we should be due diligent enough to bring another and say, "Oh, you know what? This is not the one I kind of like." I mean,
Hmm.
that guy whose name sounds like a rapper, Lil Euro. What was his name? The guy who was going to Real Madrid,
Yes, Lenny Euro. He said
Lenny Euro.
little
Yeah,
Euro.
that guy. So if you bring me that name, I would be like, yeah, you know what, bots, you're actually cooking because that guy's cold. That guy's nice, right?
Yeah,
That's like an upgrade on Delit himself, even
yeah,
with the age, with the quality. I hear you. However, that's not happening.
yeah, yeah. He's going to Real Madrid, and
Exactly.
you know. So the other question that I want to ask is literally compost read my mind. What are we doing to cover for Lissandro Martinez if an injury relapse happens?
Cover for Lisandro Martinez. What did we do
Yeah,
last season?
who's going to cover for Lissandro Martinez when we don't have Martinez? That's another question. I'm not like specifically posing it
Then
at you, but
no, no, no,
I want to
which is
bring it into
absolutely
the
fine.
conversation. Yeah.
Which is absolutely fine because then you have what we did last season, right? When
Yeah.
Lisandro Martinez was not there for the entire season, we're going to go ahead and proceed with ball being collected by none other than Delit because he can control the ball in tight
Okay.
situations. He
So it'll
has
be
good
Maguire and
decision
Delict
making.
as a centre back pairing.
Huh?
Is that are you saying so? You would be going with like Delict on left centre back, and then who's on right centre back? Johnny Evans, Maguire. What do you say?
See, I want two center backs in this window in itself, right? That's me personally. I want two center backs. But if you're giving me a shackle of a situation, then I would actually put Maguire as a left center back and then put Delit as a right center back because, like it or not, Delit is a little bit faster at pace than my guy Maguire, or even like Pranay said, Kambuwala, right? At the
Okay.
same time, you would be very surprised to know, bots, that when when Varane left our club, Varane was the fastest centre back we actually had at the club,
All right. All right.
and
All right.
Delit is four is by is not, I won't say four times, but I think he's like on the scale of, or the metric scale of speed, he's ahead of him by one, two, three, four points, you can say.
Oh. Okay.
So
I've never
Delit is
had
the
speed
fastest centre
quantified
back
like
as
that,
well.
but I'll give you that. Yeah, I know that Delict. He's not particularly like he's not slow. He's not Maguire, you know. And like I've seen clips of him versus Mbappe that were like, okay, if he can do that, that's not bad. That's not bad. I want to welcome King Says into this conversation. King Says, what are you saying, fam? Big up yourself.
Hello, people. Are you good?
Well, good, brother. We've got the three four
Yeah.
three formation here. We've got talking delict. What? Where are you?
I think it would make sense, yeah, if like we had a right back and a left back. But I still need to see the additions first. You get me?
Okay, a left back and a right back. So
Yeah.
who are the names that you suggested?
We have a new communications director. So I think you should be either the left back. You get me? Because it overlaps between the mid, he overlaps into the midfield, connecting. You get me?
Oh,
You
you
get
mean
me?
communication director should be here? What are you saying, King? Let me understand you. Make
I'm
sure I want to
saying,
understand. Yeah.
yeah, he should be a left back. Todd Gordon, yeah, let's put him at left back. Yeah,
Okay,
so that he can. You get me?
I,
Yeah,
I pick up what you're putting down.
yeah,
So so
yeah.
so but then what about right back then? Who are you putting on right back?
Um, the academy director. What's his name? Sam. What's his name? I forgot his name, but like the academy director, that guy, at right back. You get me?
All right, I get you. I get you. And then what about the players? That are you excited about Martinez today? Are you like side eye,
Give
or
me the lead. Give me the light. You get me? You get me? Give me the lead. Let's go. Give
okay.
me the lead. Yes, guys. Come on. Come on, G.
You're excited. I'm guessing you're excited. So, so okay. So what else? What else about our striker? This good. What are you saying about?
Listen, Joshua, I'm calling it now, ne?
Yes.
I'm calling it now. Bargain of the season.
Okay.
Bargain of the season.
What
30.
why? Why
Remember, we're
is
gonna pay
it bargain?
34 million pounds.
Bro,
Like we're gonna pay 30.
have you seen his scoring record? His stats?
No, that's not what I. Sometimes, yeah. Like the thing with stats, ne? Like anyone can get
Yeah.
stats, ne? I'm talking like impact in the game, We need a
Okay.
Bobby Firmino type. So like,
Okay.
Bobby Firmino, his stats weren't like that great, you get me? But his impact with Mane and Son, you could see it on the pitch. You get me? So that's what I think.
When you explain it like that, I really respect it. Yeah. Bobby Firmino impact is not quantifiable by stats. It's actually probably the best front three that Klopp has ever had, right? And it was Firmino doing the dirty,
Yeah.
dropping deep, picking up that ball, and then if you have the wingers that understand each other, you're good. You know. So okay,
Yeah,
no, I'm glad you shared your opinion on that. And then any, what about
wait,
Ugarte? Ugarte is the other guy that we've been heavily linked with in the midfield. Are you excited about that or no?
listen.
You have a Manchester City fan in
Uruguayan Kante.
the living room.
Let's
There's
do this, fam. Uruguayan
yeah.
Kante.
How,
Covering a lot of ground, It's doing business.
okay. Hey, I like the
Yeah,
confidence
man.
that you're
Let's
bringing
do
in.
it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Uruguayan Kante. I hope he
But
will be
the
good if he gets signed, bro. Uh, who's a Liverpool fan in your living room, bro?
uh, the only thing I'm afraid of is like the left back situation.
Okay.
You know, yeah, the left back situation is a bit mad. You get me?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Luke Shaw. You know,
Uh-huh. I hear you.
we need a new left back. We need a new left back.
What
Malasia, he's still missing. I haven't
what
seen him.
now? Okay, all right, all right. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, here's the
We need
thing.
a new left back,
I
please.
feel I feel like this is gonna be the season for Tyrell Malasia to come back in and show us what he's got, And I want Luke Shaw. I want Luke Shaw to also like have a good season. He's been using England, um, the Euros the training exercises for the Euros like as his like way to get in shape. So I'm praying that our left back situation does not repeat like what happened last season, and yeah, main thing that you said that I really love today is that Ugarte is the Uruguayan N'Golo Kante. That one, salute, my brother. You have some haters in the background, bro. King, make sure you shut them up. I hope they don't support like Liverpool or Man City or Arsenal. There's people in your living room
Nah,
right
nah, nah, nah. We aren't doing that. Yeah,
now.
I'm trying to discipline them. Like we can't stand this Man City, Arsenal. Nah, we're not doing this.
Keep them in check, bro. Big up yourself.
You
Thanks for
know.
thanks for calling in, King. Yo, Ronald.
Yo, what's going on? I was not listening. I'm sorry. I was just busy on a call. I apologize.
No, all
Go on.
good.
Go.
It's King
Let me
says
know.
background that just kept me laughing.
Well,
He's got
I'll
people in the
see the
back.
thing.
But I really what he said that I have to salute is also like the Bobby Firmino stats quantification and like looking at Xerxes and being like, do not be worried about the fact that Joshua Xerxes has had what 34 Premier League appearance 34 league appearances in Serie A and only scored 11 goals and 5 assists. It's it's a mid type of return in Serie A, to be honest, right?
Well,
Jadon Sancho could probably do something along those lines, but
yeah,
no.
but he hasn't. So let's not pretend like he would. But he
If he
hasn't
goes to
really.
Serie A, Jadon Sancho might. I think
Serie A, bro, he couldn't do anything in Bundesliga. How many goals did he have in Bundesliga? How different is Bundesliga to Serie A?
a little different. Serie A is
How,
a lot more
really?
technical. You.
Bundesliga is so much slower. Even you and I can have 20 goals in there.
But okay, but the point that I was trying to ask you was like, do you see Xerxes playing this Firmino role that King says is going
I
to
I
play?
don't know, bro. Like Xerxes is one signing that I really have no idea about. I'm so sorry. Like Xerxes is not for me. I've said
Yeah.
that from day one. So yeah. Oh, by the way, FA have just confirmed Gareth Southgate will sign a 2-year extension to stay with England as a manager.
Bro, I saw that and I was like, this is just fake news. Are you sure that it's not slow sports news that's reporting? Because that's who I saw reporting this. And I was like, I don't trust this news source. Is it true?
I know,
Is it
obviously. No, no.
verified?
I just wanted to see your reaction on it.
Bro, I can't Ronald, they're gonna send me you for that. Ronald coming in with the fake news. Nay says, bro, I was shocked when I found out Zexy is 6'4". Ronald,
All right,
what
so
in the
Bots,
hell
this
is
is
that
this
you
is this is one thing I really want to talk about, right?
Yeah,
Now, a lot of people are going to come on this channel and tell you and actually laugh at THDL, this, that, and the other. Your manager did not get a new contract. He
yeah,
just got an extension, right? Now,
yeah,
the semantics of those situations are the manager's contract was till 2025, which is basically this season.
mm-hmm.
The fan base wanted him sacked this season closing itself, right?
Yeah,
So they were not looking at 2025 or 2026. Let's be honest,
true.
right? They were not looking at it. Now, this manager has signed because it's a contract. He has signed something.
Yeah,
Paper has been signed. So if
yeah,
paper has been signed, that's a new contract. If it was just extension, right? They would say we've extended his contract. There's no signature required. But there was some kind of signature required, and they did that. Now, my only thought process tells me that what they're basically doing right now is a very smart thing. Because you can say that, oh, they don't believe in the manager, they only gave him 1 year, yada, yada, yada. However, Chelsea has given 5-year contracts to last four managers. And
yes,
now they have nothing to show for but 50 million in compensation that they've actually paid. So isn't it the new wave that's smart that you've actually given the manager whatever he actually had plus 1 year? Because there might be an extension in that as well. They don't know yet. Because
yeah,
United did not clarify the entire situation. If it is just an extension or it is a new contract. You can go check Laurie Whitwell's post. He himself has quoted it saying that he doesn't know if it is a new contract or an extension. He himself is confused. But the semantics and people would tell you is just an extension,
okay.
which
We
makes
know that
sense.
he's kept his veto, transfer
He's
veto
kept his veto. He's brought in all the Dutch
in
people
the
he could,
recruitment team.
right? He
Yeah.
so he's bringing in more people. I personally feel that what they're trying to do with this guy is see what he can do with 1 year and then talk about the new contract because they want to see, okay, you know what, we've hired few people. They might look like people from your parts, but there are people that we want, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, these are not people referred or recommended by Ten Hag.
Yeah.
people start reaching arguments. When you look at Mason Mount, they were saying that he played in Eredivisie, and Eriktenhag had to come out and say that, oh no, he did not actually sign him because he was playing in Eredivisie,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
right? So people are going to go ahead and do those semantics, and you have to be okay and acceptful of that, because I know they will. They will come with the whiteboard and they will tell you that. I know. I can watch them afar. I can smell them, right?
Man, I
However,
put the link here hoping that Mr. Whiteboard is gonna call in. But
what I'm trying to say is that
yes.
when you look at it, they are looking at this season, right?
Yeah.
Giving him the tools to work with. If he works with those tools, fantastic. If he does not end up working with those tools, they can then go ahead and change the manager and move ahead with the same team they have recouped or they have created.
Yeah.
You get my point? Because
I
they're
get
not changing the team now. They have invested a lot in the team building exercise for the manager to succeed. So
sure.
all I see is they are actually looking at a long-term plan with Ten Hag. They've given him 1 year to prove himself
Sure.
with a team because he was lacking a team before,
Sure.
right? In his evaluation, they did he you can pull up Dan Ashford's comments and you will see what exactly they thought about the guy. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why I told you that two were against him, two were for him. The only one person decision maker left was Dan Ashford. I told you that time ago.
and he hadn't come on till July 1st, so it makes sense that they had
The
to
day
look
he came,
at
the
him.
day they announced that he's here, the
Yeah,
following day, what did we do? Sign the manager. Deal done.
yeah.
And Ashford is the
Work.
first guy to come out and talk. So first quotes from him are coming about the manager. Is that surprising to you now?
No, it actually makes a lot of sense, and I think like it's time now that like since the structure has been figured out, that it's time we actually also start getting to recruiting the players. We need to make sure that we have the players on preseason, because I don't like excuses that he was not there for preseason, blah blah blah. It didn't work out that way. All those excuses got to be put behind. We need to start the season strong. We need to start it in full force with the players knowing exactly what's expected of them from the managers, from the
And
manager.
there was another article that came out today, Bob, surprisingly, from Athletic, which talks about failures at United from the
Yeah,
scouting department. Do you know Sesko was offered to us for 1 million,
that's crazy. If Sesko is offered to us for that much, that's crazy. That's
and the
wild.
list just doesn't stop over there. There are more names in that list. Martinelli was offered to us.
Yeah, okay. Not
No, no,
those
no,
are
no.
the
I'm
days
talking
we're gonna
about
miss on really
talking
important
about
players like that. I think, right?
I'm talking
Because
about there are more players in that list.
we have Avengers, bro. Do not
Yeah,
make me
King Size.
going down that list is not helpful
Musiala
for
was
me,
offered
Ronald,
to us.
because you're making me feel like, oh Lord, we are so bad, so horrible, and we already know that. It's time for us to now be looking at the future and be excited about what's ahead, right? Not the players we
No,
miss.
yes,
One
we have
we're
to
gonna
be,
hit up.
but at the same time, you have to also factor in where you're at. Before we
Sure.
start complaining about the manager and saying that this manager uh, has not really done anything but just brought in more trouble, you have to actually see what exactly has the Manchester United club cooked before this. What
Sure.
have they lost? Because we have lost a lot.
Who's
I'm
another
not
big
even
player
kidding.
that's on that list?
Pedro Pedro Neto at 17-year-old, 2 million.
Jesus!
You know
Jesus!
what we did with Pedro Neto? We were offered Pedro Neto for 2 million, and we said, "Oh, we're gonna give you 1 million," and then we went ahead with the cheek of offering 1.1 million, and then finally 1.2 million, and the player walked away. Benjamin Sesko, M- Caicedo, Musiala,
Oh my God!
Jamal Musiala.
Musiala.
Get out of here, man!
We've been run by 007 agents, bro. And uh let's yeah. I think that's enough. I do not want to know anymore, bro. It's
No, no,
like
no. There are no more big names as such that I can offer you. However,
okay.
there is one more factual information that we were also offered Hannibal for 800K, but we decided to sign him for 10 million.
Wait, Hannibal Mejbri?
Yeah,
Are you serious, Ronald? We signed him for 10?
I mean, the chat can tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I read, yes, we paid 10 million for that guy.
No,
As it,
no, 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 no. Uh-uh. This I have to fact check it right
please,
now.
please, by all means.
Hannibal Mejbri came to Man United, bro. From Monaco under 17 for 10 mil. Hey,
Deadwood.
Oh my God!
And he was offered to us for 800K. We said no. And the following season, we went ahead and we paid 10 million for him.
of hours. Well, the loan transfer from Man United to Sevilla was 12 mil. So, you know, still, this is a major, major sad one. Major L. We've been catching L's, bro. Like even on the low. This
And
one
that's what I'm saying. Like,
was for me.
when
I did
people
not
talk
know we
about
got
that,
Hannibal for 10
when
mil.
people talk about that, Erikten Hag is the reason we have paid 80 million for. And no, he's not. The problem is, if I told bots, right? If I told Football Power Hour that, hey, you know what? I don't like the whiteboard guy. You should never bring him on. And you accept that. The chat is going to be mad at you.
Yeah,
However,
no, I mean, I
if
like the
if
whiteboard guy because he
I
brings
love the whiteboard guy,
never do that.
but
Yeah,
I love the whiteboard guy. But if you tell me no, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna do something about it, right?
yeah,
That's your veto power. You're using your veto power.
yeah.
John Murtough was basically told, "Get me Antony." Now, the team that you've created, the MUFC team that you have created on your whiteboard, right? When he
Yeah,
tells them, "I need this kind of player," they're gonna be like, "Okay, what attributes do you like?" He's gonna
sure,
break down the attributes, and they're gonna be like, "If we can't get that guy, we'll get you a guy who has the same attributes."
sure, sure.
However, John Murtough did not do that because John Murtough wanted easiness. He wanted to go on a vacation in the middle of a transfer window, which DOF goes on a vacation in the middle of the transfer window. Brother, you only work once in the entire year during a transfer window,
Yeah,
and you decided to take a vacation in that.
Deadwood DOF does that. Big up to Nick, by the way, who's just joined us in the chat. I appreciate you for being here. We've been talking about this behind the scenes, starting 11 for Man United. We got Radcliffe as the sweeper, Brailsford on left center back, Blanc on right center back, Barada CDM, Ashworth, Wilcox, Vivale. It's a 3-4-3 formation. And after
Also,
that, we got
Vivel,
Ten Hag,
Bots, I
and
remember you mentioned about Vivel. From what I was reading, I think Vivel was at Chelsea for not more than 6 months or 7 months,
oh,
and
yeah.
the reason why he failed over there is because of the power trip and the shift in power. So I'll be very honest. Chelsea data is not the best of data you should be looking at if you're trying to evaluate him as a person that's coming into the club. So,
But it is a stain in the CV, Ronald, that we
No,
cannot.
but
but
Ronald,
Big up,
bots.
Mark.
Before you big up
You
are you?
guys,
while
listen.
wrapping up, Mark.
I just wanna
Wait,
jump in
hold
on
on,
that comment.
hold
Just so
on,
Ronald, before wait, hold on. Because he says that
hold on,
stain, but
hold on.
I wanna highlight something
No,
that making
no,
it a positive, Ronald, before you go.
Mark. No, no, Mark. When you
Quick,
came
one
on,
sentence, bro.
yes,
I know
but
you
when
were
you
saying
came on,
something.
why did I hear knives?
Oh, because I was
Why
in the kitchen, bro. I was in the kitchen.
you're
I
gonna
in the
hit me
kitchen.
with
You
knives?
dropped the
Bots,
knife.
Bro, how can
bots,
I hit
cover
you with a
yourself.
knife? Do we have teleportation now?
Bots,
Could
cover
we
yourself.
interact 3D from screens? You
Use
know?
the hat. Oh, bots,
But
can you put the
but
link in the
check it
chat?
out.
Omo is here, so he needs the
Omo, we're
link.
wrapping up
But
the stream, Omo. I put the
I
link in the chat a long time
come
ago.
the two of
Okay, all
y'all
right, I'll put
tackling
it
me
in.
like sweepers, boy.
Okay, Omo,
1 point I want to make.
here we go. Mark, make the
Okay,
comment that you want to make, and then from there on, I'll
right.
respond
So
and how much
bots,
should be here.
bots,
Yeah,
look at all the young talent Chelsea signed last term, right?
sure.
Some of the top talent that they signed last term. Wouldn't you attribute that to Christopher Vivell? Because he was there in that time. He did the negotiations. He scout. He deal with the scouting that said, well, listen, we want identify these talents and let's get them in. He provided, and he brought them in. He brought them home. So this is what I'm saying. Although Chelsea didn't do so well, and Chelsea has had this whole situation going on, he still did a good job because they got some talented youngsters that came in the club last term.
Okay. Okay, Ronald, what do you have to say to that?
Now, I think I would give more time. I've been speaking a lot, so I'd let Professor talk.
Let's
He's
hear the
just joined in,
professor.
so yeah, I would listen to him.
Is it all right
Listen,
for you,
I,
professor?
I've been listening, and because where I'm at, like service, we cut it in and out. So I'm gonna make this quick. The
Thank you.
extent 1 year extension. I don't know, like if it's revised contract or it's the same one that you currently have.
It's the
That's the
same
one
Uh,
thing we don't
contract.
know.
Revised.
it's
It's the
The same
same
it's
one.
contract. It's not revised. It's the same
it's the
contract.
same contract, Omo, but they have so instead of saying they have evoked the +1 extension, they are saying they are signing him for 2 more seasons, which is the current one and the next one, while there might be an extension ahead of that. So it
Wait,
would be a 2+1, but the same terms. So they haven't changed his terms to what you were
His terms
asking.
are the same.
He still has veto power and a little bit more like backing in terms of like the coaches that he's bringing in. So, but the
so so
terms.
so so he still has veto power.
Yeah.
So, so we're just
Okay,
speculating right now because we don't know the full extent. Laurie Whitwell, anyway, does not know the full extent of the details. So,
but
this
in
is the
because
exact.
I believe on the electric they said they trigger his extension.
Yeah,
So
they
I just keep
triggered the
on.
extension, but what they did is that they did it like this, right? They said, listen, we triggering the extension is a 2 year contract. So
So his contract expires 26.
he's definitely here until 2026.
Okay,
That's
26 is last year. Okay.
right. So in that time, they will probably be working on new contract with new terms, and depending on how he performs. Well, this is just me assuming on this part, right? Depending on how he performs, they probably will give him that full contract, which will extend till probably 2028. So, in my honest opinion, this is the right move. Like I was saying to everybody, give the man the full length of his contract, back him with signings to build the squad, regardless of what we might say about his talent ID, bro. Let's be honest and real. If he had a proper DOF and a proper recruitment officer dealing with the
Mark.
scouts,
You're going, you're
no,
all
no,
this
no, 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 no.
global.
Don't stop
No,
me,
no, no,
brother.
no,
Don't
no.
stop me because
What
I
you're about
don't
to say
cut
is a
you.
whole bunch. No, I'm
I'm
not
saying
gonna
what
let you.
I'm
I
saying.
will
No,
not let
no,
you
no, no,
talk.
no, no, no.
I will not let you talk because you're about to say a whole bunch of nonsense. I don't care about.
What
If you
nonsense?
have
I'm
Uh,
speaking
better deals and
facts.
better backing, we
I
don't
just
care. We
speaking
don't care
facts.
about that. No,
You
no, no.
now,
must
We don't care
care.
about that.
big up,
We
You
don't
big
must
up,
care. He
bots.
care.
got the +1.
Uh,
He got his +1. That's all that matters, right? So we don't care
uh,
about all this backing, all this deal with,
You
all these
must
extra
care.
people. Nope, nope, nope. I'm
big
not
up
giving you the
Omo,
chance.
big up Mark, and big up
I'm
bots.
the
I'm
closer of the
leaving.
show. I'm the
I'm
closer of the
leaving.
show.
So
Okay.
No, you
yeah,
cannot go
Omo,
Ronald. I'm the closer of the show.
bro, I
Either
have
way,
to
this
join
guy
the
gets his
meeting.
+1.
Please allow
He
me,
gets
fam.
+1.
Sorry.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm looking at emails. Like I said, all I'm doing is looking at emails. The moment they don't sack him, I'm looking at emails. So this season, I want to see what we're doing. But not about signing. The season start on August 15th. That's when the season starts. That's when the
Yeah,
season starts for me, and I'm looking at what we're doing. Don't tell about no preseason, though. I don't hear those cues. Even though we get some signings or no signings, I don't care. 8:15, day one of the Premier League.
sure, sure, and
I'm
we still
gone.
call him. And so Omar, really quickly, I want to make sure that you touch on the Delict conversation as well. Where are you with Delict? Are you excited about it or are you not excited about it? Oh, he's gone. He hung up. He hung up. All right, all right, all right.
You cannot be
May
excited about Dillet Papi.
I think
Why?
Mark weighing on Delict, and then I'll come back and close with this
I
with
don't
the
know
last.
why man them so talking about Dillet like he's not a top class centre back, bro. This dude at 19 years old was the most sought after centre back in world football. Now, if
Sure,
you look at his term at Juventus, he was voted best player, defensive player at Juventus for his
sure.
time there. Not only
He was
that, but in his
captain
first
Ajax.
season at Bayern,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
voted in the team of the season in the Bundesliga. Now,
Yeah,
last season
but
was his second term at Bayern, his second
let's take the
season.
Bundesliga one with a grain of salt, Mark. Come
Okay,
on.
take the Bundesliga with a grain of salt, but if you're in team of the season in Serie A in your first season as a Serie A defender from being from another league, That's a big thing, but this fella playing the high line since he start playing football. This is what he learned to play. This is what he does, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
when you so all right, let me put it like this: 40 million euros
Yeah.
as opposed to 70 million pounds
It's
for
a
a defender who never
good buy.
proved that he could defend in a high line because he don't play a high line at Everton. One
Sure.
and two, he didn't really have a breakout season that say he was stalwart and amazing. He was sat down by Garnacho 4 times in one game, and for like about 7 games after, they was shattered.
Bring it back to Delict. We're not talking brain
Right.
drain.
So Delit. Now I will say this: two things should be positive about Delit. One, his age, 24.
Sure.
Two, the fact that he know exactly what Ten Hag want to do, and he's played with Martinez before. So again, a
Okay.
guy that go and come into our team, he
Nicely
had
done. Yes.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the comment that somebody put in the chat that like when you look at Luke Shaw's experience and Delict's experience, you actually see that like Delict has a little bit more experience, and Luke Shaw is a 28-year-old. You know.
They send in something. Yeah, there was some good message.
Oh, my! I didn't hear everything you said there. I just wanted to get where
Right.
you were
So
with the Delict
I think
conversation.
Olmo was on our phone
No,
call
no,
with
no, no. Listen. I don't care who they get in. Like,
All
do
right.
I think they should sign the list? No, because again, he's at Ajax. What he has at 19, not what he is now. They're a whole different person. So, do I think they should sign him? No, I don't. But if they sign him, all right, cool. Go ahead. We'll see what they do. And this whole start of play nonsense. No, we're gonna wait till season start again. Because again, he has shown me for the past 2 years what he did at preseason, not what he did when from the beginning of the season. So again, when the season starts, we'll see what happens. But like again, like for the past 2 years. When first game was Fulham, we'll see what you're made of. All your plannings, all your coaching, we'll see what you're made of. Because again, when you hit in the face, you gotta change your plan.
Sure, sure. Anyway, big up to you, Omo. Big up to you, Mark. Thank you for sharing your opinions, and I appreciate that so much. I wanna go back to Nay's question about this behind the scenes 11, and I think it's only right that the Glazers are the goalkeepers. That's who I put in goalkeeping position. If you have a better name, let me know, and we can do that. But I think the other thing to mention too is, by the way, we talked about it earlier on in the show about the new goalkeeping coach, um, Gel Ten Ruola. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Who worked at Burnley the last 2 years and has been a goalkeeper in his life. I mean his playing career, and he's seen as suiting Eriktenhag's ideology. And yeah, we shall see if he'll help Onana develop and actually also make him into a better goalkeeper. And
He,
also,
he's he's
uh,
from Ajax too.
yeah, and yeah, they have that Ajax history as well. So maybe it's actually going to be a match made in heaven, and we won't be conceding too many near post goals next season. So, guys, big up to everybody that has tuned in to this, that has hit the like button and contributed in the chat. Denton Angus, nice to see you. It's been a long time, fam. I hope you're enjoying your summer. And yeah, this is the Manchester United. Behind the scenes 11. I hope we stop with the behind the scenes signings though. I want us to get the players that will be on the pitch now, because the players off the pitch, I think we're good. Too many specialists, but what are they actually specializing on?
we needed that though, but we needed that trust. We needed all these specialists to come in, bro. As much as I would say United, we are United and Manchester United, bro. We have been doing a madness for the last decade, bro. Like a madness, unbelievable rubbish. Like our negotiation tactics for the last couple of years was absolute madness, insanity.
So,
The way we handled things was absolute poor, piss poor, bro.
yeah.
So now that we have these guys, is a welcome change for me. Whether or not I like Sir Jim Ratcliffe or wanted Sir Jim Ratcliffe, bro, what I can say is everything positive the man say he was going to do. So far, he has done it. Now he might have made some oversights in between, like the women's team and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure he will fix that problem. Like,
All right.
gotta give
We're
them
gonna
any benefit of the doubt.
we're gonna end it on a very optimistic note, Mark. Big up to you. Thank you for sharing that. I want to say, King says we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. He's very, very, very positive, and I like it. He says Europa charge is on. Denton even went on to say, De Ligt, a goal, he proved all the doubters wrong. Mark my words, he will be a great hit. The new Vidic. Oh my God! And then we have the receipts. If the league fails, we shall come back and visit you. And you better make sure you come outside, Mr. Angus. Big up to you. By the way, tonight, quarterfinals for the Europa League, for the Copa America, Argentina versus Ecuador. We will be doing the watch along. We will be here. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you do not miss all that action. From eriktenhag's point of view and the backroom star's point of view.
So the comments are a disgrace.
No, that's not the one. That's not the one I was trying to play. It's the comments are a disgrace. Oh man, I don't have it here. I thought I had the right one where he says, so it's looking good. Anyway, guys, big up to you. I appreciate you so much. One more time, Rude and Huck, new tactics for United are incoming. Let's be excited, guys. Tonight, in a few hours, it'll be Argentina, Ecuador. Let's get this Copa America action going. My name is Botswanapapi. This is the Football Power Hour. Much love and appreciation to you. See you guys in a little bit. Peace. Football Power Hour.